finding out the rear main for the Miata. Robert already installed it, and we just torqued down the flywheel. You hear Robert's doing the pilot bearing really fast. But it was about 75 foot-pounds and a star pattern for the flywheel. So I got torqued in, and ready to get the clutch going and get this transmission back in here shortly. So today we are solo, and I want to try to get enough done to where I could just about put the car together. Basically where we ended off was trying to mash the pilot bearing in and then just slightly installing the in fitting. I did get some stuff for that because that will leak if I just throw it in dry. So I got some Teflon tape. So we're gonna try to get that pilot bearing smashed all the way in, and then hopefully get the clutch on and maybe install the trans. We tried to clean it as best as we could. It actually came out pretty decent. There was a lot more crud on it, so happy regardless of how that came out. So we have all our fluids and brake fluid and everything's ready to go. We have the new slave right here. We took it off to clean the transmission. So yeah, we're just about ready to get the trans back in. So we're gonna start on that right now. So I just got the pilot bearing installed. These pilot bearings actually sit in the flywheel and not on the crank. So got that installed. Just took some finessing. Next, we're going to clean off the flywheel brake cleaner and then get the clutch on. And hopefully that'll be it, and then the trans will just slip right on. So for the flywheel and the pressure plate, all you have to do is just spray down the mating surface, because usually when they ship these, there is a coat of like oil that almost lays on top for shipping, so it doesn't rust. So that's really all you'll need. You can't even see it either. You can kind of feel it more than see it. So just rather be safe than sorry and not destroy your brand new clutch that you just bought. Takes you 5 seconds, clean it up. What I'm gonna do is actually use the old flywheel to figure out what bolts go to the the pressure plate. I think it's gonna be those. So I think it's just gonna be these guys. These guys, these are diff bolts. That's what that is. Trans bolts, and then flywheel. But there is like some nuts on here, so I'm a little confused. So we'll see what it is. So here's the clutch, got the alignment tool. Usually you will want to use the flat side against the flywheel and the side that kind of pokes out a little bit towards the transmission. So all it takes, seriously, put the clutch alignment tool right there, slip it over the pilot bearing, and you're in business, ready to install your pressure plate. So when doing the pressure plate bolts, you want to just use a little bit of thread locker. I'm using the blue thread locker. This is semi-permanent, and you don't even want to use too much. Let me just dab a little bit on there, all you'll ever need. Because if for some reason you have to do this job again, you're gonna have a lot of fun getting all these out. And then when you're done, at least snugging the pressure plate bolts, you'll want to find out what the torque spec is and the sequence of it. Usually it's just gonna be a star pattern, so it would go here, 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 and then here. So there's a specific torque spec, just so you get the clearance right of it, because as you tighten it, these forks push in. So if you have it too loose, the clutch won't fully engage. And then if you have it too tight, I don't even know what would happen, but I wouldn't want to know. So I believe since that's all good, all you have to do is remove the clutch alignment tool, and everything looks good. So now we're just gonna torque it down, and then we can throw on the transmission. Okay, so now for torquing the pressure plate, I'm doing it in skip 1. Okay, let's start here. Do that one, skip 1, so you go up there, and then it would be skip 1, so it would be this one, and then skip 2, so you skip that one, and that one, and then you skip 1, and then you skip 1, and then you skip 2, I believe. So I'm gonna try that out really fast. I'm using 18 foot-pounds, or 19, which is OEM specific. So we're gonna try it out. All right, so now we have all of those bolts torqued down. You can see kind of the fingers on the pressure plate are all flat. So we got it all torqued down. So now this clutch is ready for the transmission to be installed. I might do it right now, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna see how big of a pain it is. If I need my friend, I'm probably gonna call someone and help me with the transmission, because that's kind of big thing to do on your own, which you definitely can. Just might make life 10 times easier with a friend. And it's also like 110 out today, so might have to call someone, not too sure. But let's see if we can get that transmission in. Hopefully today is the last day we are doing the clutch on the Miata, because we ended up, it's gonna be hard to see, but we got the transmission in. I did it by myself. I got the transmission up to the bell housing myself, and then for like 2-3 hours I was fighting on getting the input shaft to slip in to the clutch and seat. So I was struggling with that for a little bit. Ended up calling my buddy, he came, and we got it put in. So now all that really needs to be done is the slave cylinder, drive shaft, exhaust, fluids, and I think that's it. So we're right there. So right now I'm just gonna lock in for the next hour and 2 and hopefully get this car done, because I have been dying to drive it. I miss it. I've been driving, you can't even see, I've been driving an Audi. I don't like it. I'd rather drive this thing. So let's lock in a little bit, get this thing done. I just bolted everything up. I used Teflon on the AN fittings. Got the drive shaft in. There was one more bell housing bolt. I got the slave cylinder in. And that's really it. I just need to do the exhaust, but first I think I'm gonna start filling fluids, and then try to bleed the clutch, and then we should be able to start it. Well, that last clip I showed you guys was filmed 2 days ago. Obviously the car is still on jack stands, and I'll tell you why. One thing I kind of messed up on doing was when I had the transmission out, I didn't take the fill port out. And usually that's something you're supposed to do when you take out a trans. And I completely stripped it out. So we've tried welding, PB blaster, drilling it out, vice grips. Like we've tried so much. Like I literally even have a welder here at the moment. Didn't break loose. So I was doing some research, and it says that I can fill it through the reverse light switch. So we're gonna try that, and hopefully that'll work. But on a bright side, everything else is done. Everything else is ready, good to go. The only thing I need to do is rewire the airbox, because I don't know what this person did, but they did some janky stuff. So I'm gonna fix this up, wire this back together, put it back into this harness, and electrical tape it just so it looks cleaner, so there's not a red wire just chilling there. And then we do have the header out because we were trying to get in there some more. It's hard to get under there and show you kind of like what it looks like. but it's bad. It's really bad. So we're gonna try to fill it through the trans switch, or the reverse light switch, and hopefully that'll work. But first, I need to clean up this mess because this garage got absolutely disgusting. Now we have the garage cleaned up for the most part. Gonna take care of all this when I'm done with the car, but for now, we have a clean space to work under the car now. All right, so we got the wiring done for this. You can see how much I'm sweating. It's just puddling up. It's crazy in here. It's not pretty, but it works and it'll do. So that's all that matters. And it's not gonna look like an eyesore when this is plugged in. So looks better. That's all I care about, and it's gonna work. This is the first time the Miata has been on the ground in like the past week. We got everything done. Got the wheel on, got the airbox put back in, got the header back in. Now we just have to put the exhaust back on. I'm out of breath, but yeah, get the exhaust on and we are done. Hopefully. All right, so the car is running. I'm gonna let it warm up for a little bit, see if any check engine lights come up. Got the new stubby center console in here. I do have to make this fit somehow on here, but it is it's running, and I still do have that tack issue. It's a little weird, but the car is running, so that's all that matters. The car is smoking a little bit. It's coming from the header, and I think it's just like oil and stuff from my hands and from inside the garage. I might have an exhaust leak. I'm not too sure, but we are gonna have to fix this little coolant leak. But other than that, I put the car in reverse and it went. It feels good. The clutch isn't fighting me or anything. Feels like a healthy clutch. So there she is. The car is finally back after about a week and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and drive around for a little bit, see if anything happens, and I'll update you, let you know what happens with it, and hopefully we're good to go. Clutch feels great. The car is driving good. Finally, the car is running and driving, and we have a successful clutch install after so much pain with that fill plug. That was really the only hardest thing with the car, was the fill plug. Other than that, everything was self-explanatory. It was just like any other clutch job. But finally, we got this car running and driving, and it feels so good to accomplish something this big of a task. And so now, since we're done with this, we could continue on more things with the Miata and finally start getting it pristine and where the car should be. As you saw, I took the car for a test drive. Phenomenal. No issues with the car, and obviously there's a couple small things I gotta fix, but it runs and drives and it feels amazing. The clutch feels good. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this whole clutch ordeal, and we got another video coming up pretty soon. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.